grill.
What is going on, guys? It's Alex.
It's Quinn.
And this is On Your Left podcast with IconicComic. And I don't know what to say after this. We did get some new equipment. We got some new podcast equipment, some new microphones, and a box.
I'm so excited.
See, I'm excited too, but I wonder when, like, it's going to wear off to where this is just normal.
It'll probably be like at least, I would say, 2 or 3 more in.
Okay. Cause,
once we get 5 under our belt, I think we'll be okay.
Because I think it was the same way with the lights and the camera that we have, just because it's like, oh my God, this is real. Like, this is happening.
This is happening.
This is happening. We're doing business. and then I come down.
We're doing business.
And then I come downstairs and you're like, you got the microphones out and all that. And it's like, what? So, and these microphones look pretty legit too. So
now all we need is like those foam circle things to put over the top, just to, I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
I mean, they're fine, I think, but just to look cool.
Yeah, to look cool. Now we need to think about if we ever have a guest, we have a spare mic. And I thought about this too. What about your karaoke machine?
What about that?
Like,
it has mics, but you know what? I think I do have one mic that can plug into something like this. We don't have. Well, actually, I think I have a pair of headphones upstairs.
Yeah.
So it may not be the quality of this. It might sound different, which is the one thing. I kind of want consistency in this channel.
Okay.
Let's stop talking about us.
Okay. Then what do we like? Okay. I think when we do podcasts, we got to plan at least a little bit.
No, I mean this is just off the cuff. Like,
okay, then Transformers then, because we just watched the international trailer.
Yeah, and this movie is gonna be good. I'm just gonna say it.
So
I think it's gonna be good.
I think Bumblebee's got like the Iron Giant type thing where
or Iron Man 3
gets dismantled and yeah. But my first thought was Iron Giant because that movie was awesome when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
still is awesome. But then I go back and okay, so I watched it again in my adulthood, and the movie is not about a giant robot. It's not about a kid. The whole movie, and have you seen it recently?
It's probably been a good 6, 7, 8 years.
Okay, this movie was written by an anti-gun person.
I didn't know that.
I can tell.
Oh.
Just by the way, because do you remember the scene where they first see a gun? Like the kid, Hogarth, and the Iron Giant, they stumble across 2 hunters that killed a deer, and the hunters freak out and drop their guns and run.
Mm-hmm.
And Hogarth is like, you see that? That's a gun. Guns kill. And they looked
remember that.
And then they looked at the deer and they were like pushing it like yeah, it's dead. Or like the giant was like poking it. And the whole movie is like, don't be a gun. Don't be a killer. Guns are bad. That's what that movie said. Now I'm not advocating anything. I'm not gonna impose my views on guns, but like, I just didn't catch it when I was a kid. I just saw a giant freaking robot, and like, man, it'd be cool to be that kid with a giant robot.
Yeah, it would be cool to be that kid with a giant robot. So sweat this. So
okay. Why are you saying sweat this?
I want to get it. Like, I want to like make it a thing. Like,
who said it first? Where'd you get that from?
It was Joe Rogan.
Okay, so now you're just copying Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but it's a cool thing. It's English language. There's no new thing that I'm just going to start.
No.
I'm sure Joe Rogan got it from somebody.
But I'm saying, like,
you
you just don't want to copy somebody else. Like, if we started going, woo, at the end of each video, it'd be like, oh, it's like Tyrone Magnus.
Yeah, it's like Tyrone. I don't know. But get this.
Okay.
So where'd you get that from? Toilet store. So I don't know how many of you guys out there are avid UFC watchers, or I was gonna say listeners.
True believers.
I don't know how you listen to UFC. like just there's an audio version for blind people, just punches and kicks.
Is it on a radio station? You think you could listen in?
That's a good question. Like they like color commentate it like a basketball game.
It wouldn't be the same as.
No, but they do it for boxing. I know that.
They do it. I mean, like for all sports.
Yeah,
they do it.
But like, so this weekend there were some like, Joanna Jędrzejczyk is my wife. Like, I love her so much.
Bae.
She is bae, and she's JJ Chomp. These Polish girls. I'm just so, I don't know. In what she did Saturday night, like the clinic she put on, she dismantled this girl.
Yeah.
It got me thinking about Ronda Rousey. And just got me thinking about, like, how, I don't know. I don't think she was ever as good as we all believe she was in the beginning. I think the division just wasn't at the level yet.
That, like, compared to the other women in the division, Ronda really stood out because she was hitting like a truck and she was just ruthless. She was probably the most ruthless fighter in her prime across the board, pound for pound.
And along came Holly Holm.
Yeah. But then, yeah, like she really didn't. She wasn't really. Okay, I'm not gonna say she wasn't good because she was very good. She's very skillful.
But she's very one note in her fighting style.
Yeah, very one note. And when Holly Holm came along, it really showed that the division was not safe for anyone.
You better know how to kickbox.
Because Holly Holm beat Ronda and then turned around and lost to
Misha.
And
that was the one that I was going to bring up. Like, but other than Ronda, when Ronda was big, Misha was probably the only one that was also big.
Yeah, but I can't pronounce her name. Saw on Saturday.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Is it like Young Jacek?
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Jędrzejczyk. You think she's going to be like that? You think she'll?
She's got one more. She's got one more fight to beat Ronda Rousey's title defense record.
Okay.
Joanna's undefeated.
But I'm not talking about just title defenses.
Feel like this, her weight class is just not up to her level yet.
No, I'm asking, do you think she will fall as fast as Ronda did?
I don't, because she definitely, just for the eye test, is more proficient in all aspects of MMA, more than Ronda was just with judo. Yeah, so like we saw how good she was with her takedown defense. Yeah, she got taken down a couple times, but she was right back up, and she sprawled very well. She's like, I compare her, she's almost like the Conor McGregor of the women's division, just because her style. Like, she's such a technically proficient striker. She doesn't really want to be a grappler on the ground.
Yeah.
But her grappling defense is improving so that she doesn't have to. Mm-hmm. And she was just picking her apart like cotton candy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, just looking at her, and the last fight that she had with Karolina Kowalkiewicz, some other crazy names in that division, that was at UFC 205. It was a one-sided fight just like this one until mid-fourth round. She got cleaned. She got her eyes rolled to the back of her head, and it was like, whoa, okay, she, like, if you can make God bleed, people will cease to believe in him, like, or her.
Yeah.
What is that from?
Oh my gosh.
What is that from?
No, I hate when you do this because I know it's from something. I don't know.
So, speaking of the UFC, we're 50% towards this McGregor Mayweather fight as of today.
Dude, okay, I was talking to a guy at work about it. I just sat down and
this shit's happening.
Apparently, dude's a big fan of everything, like
everything.
Boxing, MMA, and we just started.
And podcasts.
We just started shooting.
On your left with IconicComic.
We just started. All right. Would you plug our own podcast?
Shameless plug. That is not even. That was more than shameless. That is
anyway.
Shameful plug.
See, we came to the conclusion, like, with Conor McGregor or Floyd Mayweather, both, like, it was kind of hypocritical to like one and not the other. because they both kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, but I disagree slightly.
But Mayweather is just on a grander scale.
That I don't think Mayweather is as good as trash talking. He's not as smart with it.
No.
I don't think he picks apart his opponents using trash. That's the thing. Trash talk is an element of Conor's fight game. He gets inside their heads. Jose Aldo lost that fight before he stepped in that ring. You could see it in his face. He looked nervous, and then he got knocked out in 13 seconds. With Mayweather...
13 seconds.
13 seconds.
That's my fastest UFC knockout.
But here's the thing I was talking about today. I was just thinking about it. Conor has nothing to lose.
No.
Conor has absolutely nothing to lose. People are like, this is so dumb. You wouldn't do it? For the money that he will make off this fight.
Dude, losing. How much do you think he'll make if he loses the fight?
They're both, I think, going to make $100 million minimum.
Jeez.
And I think whoever wins, and I think they're going to have some split of the pay-per-view, and whoever wins will get some sort of purse. But here's the thing. Mayweather's not knocking out Conor. That's just not going to happen.
No.
I will bet it's 100% not going to happen. He doesn't.
I bet you dollars to donuts. He's not going to knock him out.
I bet you $10.
That's another story for another podcast.
So, Mayweather's only knocked out a handful of people in his 49 wins.
It all goes to the card.
Yeah, and he usually wins by decision. So if that happens, Conor loses by decision. It's expected, right?
Yeah.
You would expect him to lose
that
fight.
He's a professional boxer.
Exactly. He still gets paid a ton of money, and we enjoyed whatever the fight was. Hopefully there were some good shots.
Like, can I go in there and fight him?
But, could you imagine if he uncorks that left hand?
Sweat this. If he uncorks that left hand.
And straight up murks him in the first round within 30 seconds.
I think Mayweather's only been, really hit maybe a handful of times.
It happens about once every couple fights. Pacquiao got him, one or two solid hits where he was, not stunned, but definitely, whoa.
It's like a reality check punch.
I think Mayweather, to lose this fight, look, if I'm putting it right now, I honestly think Conor could pull it off, but it would have to be by knockout. That's the only way. It would have to be
I think that'd be the only way that Conor would accept the victory.
Oh,
if it was by knockout.
Well, I don't know. He accepted the Nate Diaz win, which is another great fight. But here's the thing. It's just unfathomable. People would say, and I've read this, they were like, well, if Conor wins, it's rigged. You're so full of shit. You think Mayweather would tarnish his 49-0 record for any amount of money? He would not make it rigged.
You don't even have
favor.
to. Well, okay, but to play devil's advocate, when you say a fixed fight, you don't even have to involve you don't have to tell them anything. It's the judges that get paid off.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that it's never happened. I'm not saying it doesn't happen or anything.
I don't think McGregor's got the money to pay off those judges, though.
There were
I think Mayweather does.
I think it was when Mayweather fought Pacquiao. People were saying, because they went to the cards.
I do think Mayweather won, though. To be honest with you, it was a horrible fight.
Was it?
It was so bad. I bought it. It was $100. It was an expensive pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was garbage. It wasn't. They danced around for 12 rounds. That's the thing. This will be an entertaining fight with Conor.
Yeah. No
Conor will make it interesting.
Oh, no doubt.
But here's another thing. Conor has nothing to lose.
But he has everything to win.
He has nothing to lose. But so say it gets to round 8, he's getting gassed. Because here's the thing, he's not going to gas as fast as he would in the UFC. They don't wrestle, they don't kick.
Right.
So people are like, well, he doesn't have good cardio. I actually think his cardio's gotten way better, but you don't have to kick or wrestle or anything. So he gets to around 8 or 9.
What weight is he at now?
Conor is the lightweight champion, so that's 155. And I'm pretty sure they would fight at 155, him and Floyd. And I'm pretty sure Conor has about a 5-inch reach advantage on him. So that's a big factor. But gets to around 8 or 9, Conor realizes he's losing this thing. His knockout.
Dunsville.
He's losing this fight to the decision of whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he pulls some shit. Leg kicks him or fouls him. Gets a point taken off, but just gets in his head. Like, does something fucking crazy.
Like
tackles him.
Like Conor doesn't even care if he wins or loses. He's going in there to hurt him.
Yeah. Well, let's not make any mistake about it. If this was an MMA fight, Floyd would be dead. Like, I'm not being metaphorical here. Conor would kill him. He would literally kill him. He would leg kick him till his legs were broken. And Conor's no jiu-jitsu black belt, amazing wrestler.
Yeah.
Guarantee you he would take Floyd to the ground easily.
Yeah.
And choke him out.
But I do want to say, now, I know a lot of people talk about Floyd's hands, how much they've been shattered, and
they're brittle.
He's got no knockout power. I think, no matter what, I think Floyd is going to go for that knockout. Just, don't even care if I shatter my hand. I'm gonna murk this dude.
I don't know.
I think if
thing is, that's what probably is better for Conor. If Floyd comes out there freaking swinging.
I think if he gets the chance, I think Floyd is gonna just not swing for the fences like with a bad technique, but he's gonna put everything he's got, whether he breaks his hand or not. He's gonna catch him on the chin, but Conor's got a chin. Connor's chin is pretty tough.
Conor's never been knocked out.
Right.
Never been knocked out.
What if this is the first time he gets knocked out?
Again, see, like I said, I would bet you 100% no chance that he gets knocked out. That would be probably bad for the UFC.
It would make the UFC look bad, yeah.
If McGregor got knocked out, if it goes to decision, he loses. It doesn't look that bad. If McGregor goes to boxing, gets knocked out, that makes him. Boxing will use that highlight in every piece of advertisement.
Then they're going to come back and say, "We'll get Floyd in here with some shorts."
They would never agree to that.
Yeah, he would never do that.
That's the thing. People are like, "Well, this isn't a fair fight." Like,
it's like a full-size tuna going up against a lion. I will swim out in the ocean and friggin' eat you. I'll bang your tuna girlfriend.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. Like, because, like you said, I could see something like that
Who's
happening.
the tuna and who's the lion? I think Conor's the lion.
McGregor's the lion. Well, I don't know if you're basing it off of Mark Wahlberg's story or Will Ferrell's story.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. I think that we're getting into almost a Jon Jones, Daniel Cormier kind of situation with this fight where it's like one is clearly scared of the other. They both talk confidently, but you can deeply tell. I know for a fact, just watching Floyd talk, he really doesn't want this fight to happen because he's nervous. Because Floyd's got everything to lose in this fight. He's 49-0.
He has his pride, his record, his respect.
He'll have money. Like, he won't lose money. He'll have plenty of money. But if he loses this fight,
that's almost worse than losing the purse.
If he loses,
it is worse for him.
Yeah, if he loses this fight, his entire reputation is tarnished forever. And McGregor, the internet would break. Like, the internet would shatter. Like, how do you? And I don't know if you could tell, I'm a McGregor fan. Like, and I've always been a McGregor fan, but you see a lot of McGregor haters on the internet. A lot of people don't like him.
Yeah.
Which is going to come with a person like that, his attitude and everything. It's a taste that you have to kind of get used to, especially with mixed martial arts. Because, see, I like things from both sides of the breadbasket. I like people who are like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who are super respectful and they bow when they enter the ring and they shake hands.
They wreck them. They wreck fools.
I like that kind of champion. But on the flip side,
what sells?
I love a champion like Conor.
See, in this guy at work that I talked to, it's like we were talking about how, like, what really sells fights, because there are boxers and fighters that are better. I'm sure they're out there that are better than Floyd, that they're better than Conor, but you're not going to see them in a main event like that because they're not boisterous, they're not trash talking.
Oh no! Well,
it sells skill. Skill used to sell pay-per-views, but then you get guys like Muhammad Ali with his freestyle, like, smack talk, and that's what sold.
I almost want to say Conor's better. Like, just
at smack talking.
Yeah. Like.
Oh well, yeah, of course he is.
I don't think there's a better smack talker who's ever set foot in the game of fighting, at least. maybe even just sports in general, just because he's so quick. And it's always something different. It's never like he says the same lines twice. He always changes it up. Like genius lines that would have to be written by writers on television. Like, break out the red panties. We made it. Conor McGregor took the fight with me. Honey, we did it. Break out the red panties. Like, you can't write that stuff. It is genius. And, and a lot of it, I think he just plays well off people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when Jeremy Stevens is behind Conor McGregor going, like, I'm the best featherweight, all this bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And then he just goes, who the fuck is that guy? Like, it's perfect. It's like, it's completely perfect. But I don't know, man, if it happened, the fight's going to happen. The fight will 100% happen. There's way too much money involved for this thing not to happen.
Dude, okay, they're going to sell so many pay-per-views. It's going to crash.
It's going to be amazing.
But it's going to crash.
No.
You won't even get to see it.
No, it won't be that.
It crashed with the Floyd and Pacquiao fight.
You better have good bandwidth and good, a good provider, I guess. Dude, I'm buying that if it comes. Well, no shit. Like, do you think B-Dubs would buy it? Like, B-Dubs has a UFC contract where they get all the UFCs. I don't know if they would buy that. They would have to. Like, it is everyone would buy it.
Maybe.
Applebee's would have it. Like, every restaurant would want it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, okay, if you go to Applebee's and it's like,
what if it's elbow to elbow?
I doubt
Bottomless
it.
appetizers. Dude, their boneless wings are so good.
Okay, I highly doubt that Applebee's
IHOP has it up.
some other restaurant without a TV. Olive Garden buys a TV and buys the pay-per-view.
Like, it's almost like when the teacher brought in the TV on the cart, like, in school, like, they roll in this.
She was hungover. That's what that meant.
Yeah, they roll in the TV and some breadsticks, and you watch Floyd and Conor.
Oh my God. No, but I
that's a fight I want to watch at home. With friends, not just by myself, but like with friends, because I feel like if you go to like a B-Dubs, it's almost like, I don't know, because I've been to B-Dubs for some big UFCs, like Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman. That might have been the biggest one I've been to in a while when I was at B-Dubs.
One was Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir. That one was big.
Or BJ Penn, GSP. Which one? No, it's like they were both great.
Or Rampage Jackson.
Dude, I love Quinn Jackson.
And Rashad Evans.
Fudge. See, don't get me wrong, I love the UFC. That was the heyday, though.
Yeah.
That was the heyday.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the fighters are better, more skillful now.
Yeah, but back then,
they were just iconic. They all had personality. Now it's only like 3 people have personality.
I forget who the other fighter was, but it was Randy Couture, and it may have been Chuck Liddell. I forget.
Dude, the Iceman was.
But
those
here,
were the
but
days.
I remember this fight. I forget. Well, I don't remember it that well, clearly. But I think it was like a 5-round championship fight, and it was Randy Couture on one side of the cage, and the other guy, I forget who that was though. And then you heard like the of the boards. It's like for
the 10 seconds.
And then Randy Couture just like put his fists up like, come on, and two heavyweights, Rock'em Sock'em.
That's the best.
Rock'em Sock'em roboted it, and the crowd's going nuts.
When they're
going bananas. That was so, and I didn't even really know what was happening, but I got really pumped up. It was like when I first became a UFC fan. I forget where I saw it, but dude, it was awesome. It was heavyweights, bah, 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 blap.
I'm trying to think of the fight that like got me into UFC, because like then I went back and watched like classic fights.
I remember I was watching one of the first fights I saw was when Brandon Vera got his nose completely shattered. Like his nose had another nose in the middle of the bridge. Like it was messed up. That one, and It was George St. Pierre versus Matt Hughes.
Oh, goddamn.
When
Fucking Matt Hughes, man.
When George St. Pierre knocked out Matt Hughes with a left head kick.
Fuck.
It was awesome.
Goddamn.
Or Rich Franklin, the hometown hero.
Hometown hero.
Was good for a little bit, and then...
Is it... You know, I'm a huge MMA fan, but is it sacrilegious to say I'm not a huge Anderson Silva fan?
I'm not either. But here...
I appreciated what he did for the sport, and he's definitely one of the greatest. He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of MMA fighters. I just...
You could probably hear that on mic, sorry.
Yeah. Crack our knuckles a little bit. I was never a fan of his style of fighting.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to laugh when I say this, though. I used to hate him with a passion. I used to hate the Diaz brothers with a passion.
I like Nick. That's still Nate's.
But here's the reason why I hated them. I hated them because they were cocky, and they were jerks.
Kind of like McGregor.
Yeah. So now...
The thing is, they were never as articulate as McGregor. It's like Chael Sonnen. I hate Chael Sonnen because he's basically McGregor, but not as articulate and fancy with what he says.
Yeah.
I mean, Chael Sonnen, Jesus, him versus Anderson Silva.
Oh my God.
That was embarrassing. Like he should. Well, I don't know. Chael
man.
held it up for a while, but it's just like you're in a ring with a caged animal. You're in a caged spider.
Anderson Silva versus Lyoto Machida with a standing guillotine.
That was
okay. With
insane.
that fight, I was at beat ups with my buddies and I didn't like Silva, and my other two friends they're like they were huge fans of Silva, and the whole time I'm like rooting for Lyoto Machida. The whole time, like leading up, he bowed before he got in the cage and started fighting. He put up a good fight for a little bit, and then got a standing guillotine, choked out
like a
bitch. Like there's no other humiliating loss than that. I don't think.
Well, I don't know. Head kick knockouts.
See, I don't think that's as embarrassing.
Edson Barbosa's spinning wheel kick.
See, that was just fast. That was skill.
Dude,
there was nothing.
One of my favorite knockouts. Not my favorite.
Yeah, there was nothing that he could do about that.
Oh no,
I'm talking about the standing guillotine's probably the most humiliating way to lose.
Arm bars close. Submissions in general, I think, are humiliating because
I don't think
so. I bested you.
Well, you can best someone with strikes.
Getting choked out in any form is it's like we're having to tap basically.
Yeah, I guess it's different than striking because you can just get lucky, but with ground game,
it's like I know I beat you.
It's
you
like
tapped.
It's like I know I beat you. I know for a fact my skill beat yours today.
Like goddamn, how I still can't believe how did Wonder Boy get out of Tyrone Woodley's choke?
I don't know.
It was so deep.
I don't know.
It was so deep. But he got out of it. I mean, maybe it was because of his skinny head and skinny neck, but still, looked like Tyrone had enough arm to pull that shit in. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. You can't see me move my hands. I like to move my hands.
He talks with his hands.
GSP is coming back. He still is.
He used to be. See, I was a huge fan of him.
I love GSP.
And then my buddies are like, all he does is take him down and wins fights by the cards.
But he didn't all the time though. He has a lot of knockouts.
There was one fight he took the dude down.
Knockout submissions.
He took the dude down 13 times. He won.
Thing is,
but
people do that all the time now.
Yeah.
It's just people don't like it when it's the champion. People think for some reason when you're the champion, it's like Cormier. People don't like when the champion just does jiu-jitsu. They want stylistic championship knockouts.
They want what sells.
Exactly.
They want entertainment.
Dude, if the fight holds and it happens in July, Jon Jones is going to fucking kill.
Dude, it's not even going to be a fight.
Well, the first time it wasn't a fight. It was embarrassing. And Jon Jones only looks more jacked, and this is post-USADA, so you know he's clean. Honestly, look, here's the thing. I've always been a Jon Jones fan, even through the controversy. just because of his skill level alone.
Yeah.
I kind of put the controversy to the side because of his skill level. But
I don't think you can do that, though. I don't think that's fair. I don't think you can do that.
I'm not allowed to like someone. Like, it's my opinion.
No, I'm saying,
I'm not saying you have to like him because of that.
No, I do. I'm saying, like, on paper, professionally. It's the same with Brock Lesnar. He juiced the tits.
Dude.
Like,
that motherfucker is just ginormo.
Yeah.
He is a gorilla.
Like, how was Tokyo after he got done stomping all over it? But with Jon Jones, it's like, well, any fighter that uses anything like that, on paper, it's just like, he does more. I had a point, and I lost it because I got an image of Brock Lesnar stomping on Tokyo.
Well, what I was basically saying was just like, Jon Jones, in my opinion, is the best MMA fighter.
Best
pound for
pound fighter.
He's never lost. He got disqualified.
Yeah.
I don't count that shit.
No.
He never lost a fight in his career. And I do agree with him when he said at this press conference, he said basically, I lost my belt. I agree with why I lost it. I agree with why it was taken away. But I'm not going to call Cormier a champion until he beats me.
Now, see, I want to go on record and say that I do not hate Jon Jones. I respect him as a person, as a fighter. He just made a bad decision. I want to say that right now.
A couple times.
A couple of times. Okay. We all make mistakes.
But come on, the line at the press conference where he's like, dude, I beat you after a week of cocaine. That's badass. Like, it's like he's owning up to everything and basically just throwing it back in his face.
Yeah. It's like that last scene in 8 Mile where Eminem is basically spitting everything that has been said to him, and then he said, all right, now tell them something they don't know about me. Like, bring it on. Dude, Cormier, he's scared.
Yes, he is.
He's terrified. When he beat,
you can tell him
when
by
he
the press
beat Johnson,
conference.
no, like right after he beat Johnson by, was it car? It went to the cards, didn't it?
No, he knocked Johnson out this past time.
Was it a knockout or TKO? I forget.
What's the fucking difference?
Whatever. So when he won,
didn't go to sleep.
When he won,
but it was a knockout.
Dude, you could tell the confidence was a facade.
Wait, we were at B-Dubs, weren't we? And like Jones was in the crowd. And
Yep.
He was like talking to John.
Jon Jones was just chewing away on his gum and just like.
He chomping at the bit to get in that cage with him.
Dude, the confidence was so. It's a facade. It is a facade.
Yeah, well, like, you could tell by the way he talked at the press conference, basically. It was just, like, all of his trash talk seemed out of fear. Like, it was kind of like...
It was defensive.
It was not offensive. It was like, well, are you going to be there, John? I'm worried. You're not going to be at the card. Are you going to go do coke and sandbag hookers the whole time? Like, that seemed pretty defensive. Just his attitude while he was saying... And then Jones just confidently like, man, I beat you off a week of cocaine. So, I mean, Cormier is scared out of his fucking mind.
Sorry, we just got an email.
Did we? From who?
From...
Red Fist Productions?
Yeah.
Did they email us back?
I think I just sent it again. Sorry. Oh.
Did they send us the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Real quick, let's get off this UFC stuff real fast, just because I feel like bad if you're not a UFC fan and you just had to listen to that 15, 18-minute monologue.
I will be totally honest. I am not an expert in by any stretch of the imagination on UFC or anything like that. I'm nowhere near the level that Joe Rogan is or anything like that, or even you. But it's just something fun to talk about. And so if you're listening, don't get discouraged, because I kind of feel the same way when two...
And I hope we brought,
when two of my friends are talking about it, and I'm like, who's that? Who's this? So... do you want to talk about this? Or do you want to wait for the reaction?
Well, we probably shouldn't say what it is.
You're right. We'll wait.
Probably against our...
Oh, yeah,
we didn't sign anything, but I mean...
We'll wait. Anyway,
I mean, we can't make it to LA, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to say.
We can't. I don't think we can.
I don't know. Let's not risk it.
Okay, let's not risk it for no biscuit.
We just got invited to a cool thing, but we can't go because we don't have any funds, basically. We spent our funds on what you're currently listening to right now. If you want to become a sponsor, check out our Patreon.
See, the thing, don't they have to plug it? But
You don't gotta plug it.
see, we're getting. We'll say, we're growing our network with people, and I never thought it would get to this point where we're being contacted by people.
It's cool.
It is really cool because, and I learned this as I get older. It's every corporation, everything, and it's all run by people. It's all just run by normal people.
I think we forget that sometimes. Like when a studio...
You forget it all the time. Yeah.
A nameless gaming studio who contacted us. Again, we probably can say who it is, but we're not going to risk it until the stuff comes out
but
that we
like,
did for them.
We never thought that, because you see the title of who it is, it's like, oh my God, Quinn, do you see this right now?
And then the email is just like, this is blah, blah, blah.
Hi,
from
this is
blah,
so-and-so,
blah, blah.
how are you guys? You know, and it's like, oh, hey.
Came across your video. And the email, like, we've sent back and forth like 10 emails.
Yeah.
And they're all nice, very professional, but also very, seem personal.
Yeah, you always forget that you're dealing with people. Every single...
This is PepsiCo.
Everything ever is just run by people. And people forget that all the... It's bananas.
That's going to be super loud.
That's all right.
I mean, look, I've always been team people.
Yeah.
Make sure you're talking to the mic.
I'm right here.
Well, I can tell when you're not talking into the mic.
Oh, well, okay. Whatever.
Um,
Sorry, it's my first day.
I know, it's the first day with the new equipment. Like, don't get me wrong. I love animals. But if you think for 1 second I'm going to take the animal side in a person versus animal case, unless the person is, like, abusing animals.
Whoa,
I'm taking,
whoa.
Like, here's the thing. Like,
hold on.
You know these,
Hold
like,
on. Hold on.
Why do you get to interrupt me, but when I interrupt you one time, you freak and you go crazy?
Because I think you're about to start talking about some controversial stuff that
No.
doesn't need to be on our channel.
Hey.
You know what?
This is honesty.
Let's bring the controversy.
I'm not going to put on a face for people. Look, so here's my thing.
They can't even see our face.
I came across a news post the other day, and it was about a guy who hunted a lion in Africa. It was a Facebook thing. Which
Cecil, the lion, a long time ago? Where were you?
No, like this was like something new.
Oh, was it new?
I guess so. I came across it. I don't think it was Cecil. But some guy shot a lion. These people do not do their research. It was on a hunting reserve, which, again, people might still not like it, but you have to... It's not like he just went there and just shot a fucking lion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the country let him in to do this. B, look, I don't know if it's the same thing, because I'm no hunting expert, but in America, hunting is super important.
Yeah, it is.
We would be consumed by animals, like overrun by animals.
Well,
and
like,
it keeps, if you keep the deer population down, it keeps the predator population down.
I think Cameron Haynes, he said it best.
He's a cool dude.
On the Joe Rogan podcast. I love both those guys, but with Cameron Haynes, I think he said it best. Hunting is conservation. It is. They're more environmentalists than environmentalists in some ways.
Exactly, because if there's overpopulation, the environment's fucked.
There's not enough food,
resources.
Like, there's not enough food because there's so many deer, and they eat it all, and they start eating each other and get bacteria, and then
the wolf, the wolf and the coyote population gets crazy big because there's so many deer, and then there's a bunch of wolves and coyotes running around New York City. Like, this is where you get the problems. But here's the thing: going back to the lion, I don't think that it's the same problem down there. You know what I mean? Like lion overpopulation, but some of the comments I was seeing on there, on the Facebook page, things saying like, "I wish people would go extinct before like the lions and all this stuff." I went, "Oh my God!"
Let's start with you.
Don't get me wrong. It's
start with you.
Like I love alligators are cool as shit to look at, but if I had to choose all the humans in the world or all the alligators in the world, I might go with the people. I'm just saying, like, I'm team people. And, like, some people are, like, over in India. There's a ton of tigers. There's a ton of tigers over there. And they eat people. They eat a lot of people.
Yeah.
What if your like brother got ate by a tiger? Would you be so screw people? I love tigers. It's like, what if he ate your brother? Would you be like, well, I'm sure he had it coming. Like, I love tigers. No, like, it's ridiculous. Like, you should be for people for most of the time. Now, if it's a Michael Vick kind of situation and they're being abusive to animals, I feel like there's a difference between hunting them
He's a
humanely.
hell of a ball player.
Oh God,
He's fast.
dude. But I feel like there's a hell of a difference between hunting humanely and like if people are gonna complain about hunting, why don't you start complaining about like fucking slaughterhouses first? The way animals are mass produced. That's way worse than any hunting. Any hunting.
Because people don't want to admit that they've been advocating this indirectly for so long.
Do I think it's an effed up thing? Yeah. Do I love cheeseburgers though? Hell yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to stop anytime soon either.
You know, when I start hunting, I'm gonna look into like what it takes to actually like make deer burgers.
Dude, like
I'm sure it's delicious too.
Like Joe
Like-
Rogan says, like, unless he just goes to McDonald's, everything he eats, like, meat-wise, he hunts.
Yeah.
And he has chickens, and they lay eggs for him in the morning. Like, goddamn, that motherfucker lives a life, doesn't he? Like, wake up, do a podcast, go do a set at the Comedy Store, go hunting for elk, eat elk steak at night, hang out with Joey Diaz,
Smoke some weed.
go commentate UFC fights. Like, that's a life, but he's got to be busy as fuck.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that there's downtime.
No. And if there is, like, does he just, they're like...
Dude, he's a
like
time
from his,
traveler. He's a time traveler.
like from his special. Why am I alone? Why am I alone? If you've seen his
Yeah.
Triggered
It's
special, oh my god. The White House thing is
Why did
my
we get
favorite.
to? How did we get to talking about? Oh yeah, because I said that everything's run by people, and people sometimes forget that you're dealing with people.
This is we're getting good at podcasting.
then
We're just
how-
bouncing. Because I said I'm team people.
Okay.
This is how podcasting
But you're just
works.
not Team Lion
I'm not.
or
Look,
alligator.
I love lions.
Screw the lions. Screw the
Dude,
alligators.
an alligator is a monster.
It's a dinosaur.
Dude, that thing is... If that thing was, like, 30 feet long, they would be exterminating that thing. Like, they would be, like...
That'd be like some
they would
like
sending
Lake.
the
That would be
military.
Lake Placid right there.
They would... they would be sending in military ops, just like... They're coming! The gators are coming! Grrr, go, go, go! Like... There would be spec ops opera. That would be what the Navy SEALs are used for. Or to be hunting alligators. But
Dude,
no,
wouldn't
they're
that
just
be
a,
like? Wouldn't that be a
cool movie.
No, that'd be a.
Be a dumb movie.
That would be so awesome. It's like, oh yeah, you're in the Marine Corps. You know, you got my respect. You know, in the Marines, you know, you got my respect, and you know, thank you for your service. Yeah. Well, I'm killing these alligators that are trying to get at us, like day in, day out.
If you were to pick any animal to eat you, what would it be?
Um.
I'm going blue whale. One bite. He would just suck me in.
Yeah, but you'd still be alive for a lot of it.
You think so? You don't think their stomach acid is pretty powerful?
No, it is, but it takes time to get there. It's
okay.
a big digestive tract. I would probably go.
I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. I might go shark just for this. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell the story, but people would hear about the story. Like, God damn, he got eaten by a shark.
Okay, here's how I would want to go out. Oh.
Has to be an animal. This is the conversation we're going with.
No, I know. I would probably say
Fire ant.
no. I would probably say a bear. Here's why.
I was leaning
Here's
towards
why.
grizzly bear,
And
but
here,
I picked
okay,
shark.
but I don't want to just be out by myself.
Like Revenant style.
I want to. Okay, so here's the scene.
Sweat this.
Here's the scene. School bus parks and kids are getting off the bus, right? I'm just kind of walking around. You know, that's weird.
We're driving along.
No, and then the bear just kind of comes out of the woodwork, and the kids are freaking out. And then I'm like, get to
God.
safe, get back
Oh
on
my
the
God, you
bus.
saved them.
Get back on the bus. And then me and the bear are just standing like two cowboys. Like, this town ain't big enough for the two of us. And the bear says, "Roar," and then it kills me. And then the bear... No, I've got it. So I have a Smith & Wesson 500 in my hand.
Oh my god, I love how you're getting
So
down
then,
to the name.
so then the bear starts charging at me. And then, I got one shot. Because if I just shoot it in the shoulder, it's going to murk me.
Even if you shoot it in the head, it's not going to die immediately. Bears don't work that way.
Well, I don't know.
Unless it's a friggin'...
So, let's say I get one square between the eyes. Right,
Bears don't work that way. Bears are monsters.
like, right in the dome piece. Bear, is just running after me, and I'm standing my ground, and boom! And it all goes in slow motion.
Blood goes everywhere.
Like, the bullet goes right in, but the bear's, still got a little bit of consciousness, and then kills me. So we're both dead.
It's almost like a double knockout.
Yeah, like a double knockout. Like, I wouldn't want to go out, by a spider bite.
No, that's
Or,
bullshit.
a snake bite. No.
Because that's one that's slow and painful.
Yeah.
I would want something that would be quick but cool.
I would want to put up a fight, though. I wouldn't want to just die. I would want to put up a fight knowing I'd lose. Like a shark or a bear.
Yeah, like you punch a shark. What was that? Dane Cook.
Like you
Did
punch
he
a
have
shark
that
in the-
joke? Like he was like, just punch her.
I forget.
Oh, dude, like the amount of pussy he must have got after that, where it was just like,
No.
oh, I just punched a shark and he went away. Like, and the
Well,
amount of pussy that story probably got.
Like, if you do punch a shark in the nose, apparently...
It's like a dog. Well, isn't that where the receptors are in the
Yeah.
nose?
It's like the... I'm not going to say it.
Wow, let's get really grotesque. Let's get into this.
No, it's okay. No, but
Powerful.
if you punch a shark in the nose or jab it in the eye, I think you got a pretty good chance.
Or
But
harpoon that bitch.
It's just the way I enunciated.
you got right next to the mic. And
Bitch.
all
Right,
right.
it's a perfect pitch.
Okay.
Hey, get it? Because it rhymes. I don't know, man. I hope I never have to get eaten by any animal, because that'd just be... If it was... I don't know.
However I die, I'm
What
going
if
to
it's like a horse?
Oh my god.
Like he was just like gnawing.
Or the most unassuming animal.
Like an anteater. Or like a ferret. Ate you asshole first.
Or
Cats eat
I
people.
would say deer. Deer can mess some people up.
Deers eat meat sometimes.
Yeah.
Deers are like goats. They kind of eat whatever the fuck they want.
I'm trying to think of the most unassuming.
Dude, cats kill people, or not kill people. They don't kill people. They eat people.
Or a
Like
giraffe.
if their owner, that big blue tongue.
You'll be dead when it's not gonna lick you to death.
But like when cats' owners die, after a few days, they'll eventually eat them.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
cats will eat them. I bet you a dog would eventually, but it'd take longer than a cat.
Yeah, because cats are
Like a
assholes.
dog would have to like
mentally
you know,
prepare and then
eat his paws off first, and then like
oh.
it's like, fuck it, I'm going in. Oh, I'm sorry, Billy. What if you were just a deep sleeper and your cat?
I was just thinking
and your
that.
cat comes up and then you wake up like, don't even fucking think about
Dude,
it.
I would. Oh my gosh.
Like your cat's
If the
gnawing
cat-
on your ear.
Oh my no! Like if it straight up started to, not just nibble, but literally eat me,
Like pull skin.
I would not hesitate to punch it in the face as hard as I could. Like I'm not losing this
Are you
fight.
team people?
I'm team life right now
I'm
because
team me.
this animal's trying to eat me. No, I'm taking it out. Like
I'm team me. Like
I'm not that selfish, but I'm just saying, if a cat wants to test its
Fuck with
metal, I'm not gonna just let it like, no, it's only a cat, so yeah, I'm gonna let it kill me. No, it's stupid.
no, fuck all that bullshit. What the fuck? I don't know, man. Like when it comes to death, I don't like to think about it a lot, but I realize it's there. Like, and we talked about this, I think, on the last podcast, where it's like we trust people
Dude,
a lot.
you can
every
die
day.
every single day. Like the second you get behind the wheel of a car, your chances of dying that day increase exponentially.
It's not even just dying. Like, I think, like, I could lose a leg today. Dude, if I lose if I lose both my legs, put me out. Pull the goddamn plug. No, seriously. No, I do not want to live after that. I don't.
Why?
It'd be horrible. Unless I live to the point and then it happens where they can just shove on some Iron Man legs. And it's just perfect. And it's perfect. That's the one time. Like, what if you got your dick blown off?
Now by blown off.
There's nothing left.
What do you mean blown off?
There's literally nothing left.
With explosives.
They had to sew it just the hole together down there. There's nothing.
And make a vagina? Like...
Would they have to do that?
I don't know.
Or I think they...
I don't know. I don't think about this.
I think they make some kind of artificial thing, if I'm not mistaken, just so you can pee and stuff. But,
or they get it from a dead person.
But, dude, your testosterone level will go down so much. You will just be a shell.
I think I have enough to spare. So.
Oh, my God. That's where it's stored in your balls. That's where testosterone is produced.
I know.
So you get that blown off. The factory is closed. It's out of business. It's foreclosed.
Dunsville.
It's fucking Dunsville. So I don't. Even if I got my dick blown off, that might be a thing where it's like, all right, man, just pull that plug. It's right there. It's like, no, you're not. I'm doing it then. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it live. Like, what would there be anything that would happen to you physically where you'd be like, pull that plug?
I don't think so, because I think it'll make me value life that much more.
Like, even if you were just like brain dead, like, you wouldn't be able to make that decision, but would you want someone else to make it for you?
I don't
just
know.
Completely brain dead. There was no recovery. Like, why make me a vegetable here?
I don't know. I don't
like to think about more morbid stuff like that.
No,
but
I think it's important not to think about it all the time, because then you'd be a sociopath, I think.
No,
you
but
thought
just
about
to,
death
like,
every day, but
realize that
you have to realize, because it's like you can't enjoy.
makes you grateful.
Like, you can't enjoy the sun without some rain.
Exactly.
It's like that same mentality. Like, your mortality can scare the living daylights out of you, but it can also make you appreciate life even more. And then when you get mad at something so stupid, like, God damn it, cut me off. It's like, wait, why am I getting so upset?
It's almost like, this is a weird thing to equate it to, but it's like, right now, appreciate while your nose isn't stuffed up. Like, because when it is stuffed up, you always reminisce about the times it's not stuffed up.
Oh yeah, I understand
That's
that.
hilarious. It's like whenever my nose is so stuffed up I can't breathe through it, I always reminisce about, damn, I never appreciated the time that it was clear.
You just take advantage of like, oh yeah, that tastes okay.
Just take it for granted.
Or like you get some food and it tastes okay, but then when your nose is all stuffed up, like, man, I wish I could taste that horrible dish I had a month ago.
See, that stuff has never affected my taste.
Yes, it does.
Well, it's never like affected my taste to the point where I've really noticed that much.
Like, when your nose is when you can't breathe out your nose,
I still taste a lot of stuff.
it's probably a mental thing then, because you know what it tastes like.
I've developed some things where it's like I can make tastes in my mouth right now with no food in my mouth. Like, I just think about it hard enough.
You know, if you pretend to use a salt shaker on your tongue, you'll taste
this
salt.
isn't on film, right?
I know.
Like, no
I
one's
was hoping
watching.
you would do it.
With the mic, but like sour. Like, I was like, have you ever if you just focus on. Here's the thing, this is an exercise, and if this works for more than just me, I might be onto something. When you do this, focus and focus on your tonsils, almost as if you could work them, even if you don't have them anymore, like where they are, and think about the first time you put a sour gummy worm in your mouth, but not when it's sweet, just when it's sour.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Seriously? Because it's almost like the back of my tongue tingles slightly.
Teeth and tongue.
Tip of the tongue, teeth, and the lips. Whew. You want to close this thing out?
Yeah, let's close this thing out.
Yeah.
Man, I just got a good test run for our new equipment. So, guys, thanks for tuning in to On Your Left podcast with IconicComic. I'm Alex.
I'm Quinn. make sure you go check out our Patreon account if you want to get more rewards like our buddy Raptor Lord. He was our biggest troll.
Biggest troll, but biggest supporter.
supporter.
We sent him the Han Solo pop figure, and he made a video, and it was kind of funny. It was short.
He dropped it.
It was hilarious. So
dude, that's how we get to LA. He lives in California. We can bunk with Raptor Lord. That's our accommodation. We just need to pay for the flight.
there we go.
There it is.
But now we just need the funds to do it.
To pay for the flight?
Yeah.
I think it's $266 nonstop.
Anyway. Okay, well,
We're getting into...
thank you guys for tuning in. We had fun doing this, so we hope you guys did too. We need to get some... I need to get practicing that.
Like, we need to like change the script, but not go so far from it that it's like something completely off-brand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So let me try that again. Bleh. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had fun.
If you like what you saw, well, you
we
didn't see anything. God damn it.
We suck at this.
If you guys like what you heard here today, you like the podcast, and this will be uploaded to YouTube, and we're really working on getting that website up, so you'll be able to get this on iTunes as well. Make sure you will like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
And if this is on iTunes and you're listening on there, make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes as well.
All right, make sure you stay tuned.
Stay iconic.
And cue music.
That was off. God damn it. Do it again.
Stay tuned.
Stay iconic.
And cue music.
Holy Grail.